Guess what also happened yesterday?
A little boxing,
A
ain't it?
little boxing happened. So, uh, I can you call it boxing?
You can call it something.
Is it boxing when the other dude just didn't stand a chance?
No.
Can you
It's a beating.
can you call that, or can you just say Canelo got paid to show up and do his thing? Cause that's what happened. Canelo got paid. He showed up and did his thing. Bruh, let me tell you something. My man walked him down for 12 rounds, throwing nothing but the high heat. So, with that being said, I know we always do this every time. Crawford fights. Is Crawford the GOAT? Earl Spence fights. Is Earl Spence the GOAT? Jake Paul fights. Is Jake Paul the, wait, what? No. Canelo is gone. He hadn't fought in over a year. So he started falling out of the conversation. He comes back against Callum Smith, who's like 6'9", and is throwing nothing but listen, them uppercuts were vicious. And now we go, it's Canelo the GOAT. Triple G fought Friday.
Yeah.
Triple G fought Friday. I'm pretty sure he stopped him in like 4 or
Well,
5 rounds.
here's the thing about this fight right here. Now you tell me and you say out loud, he hit him with some vicious uppercuts. Man, he beat the brakes off of him for 12 rounds though. For 12 rounds, he beat him.
Uh-huh.
He did not finish him.
Right? You want to know why?
Why?
My man is fighting out of his element. So if you look at it like this, you got what's a good way to equate this? So I don't know how to equate it, so I'll just say it. Canelo is fighting up right now, going after belts above his, let's say, normal weight class. So as those guys get bigger, he then has to more or less box more than he is out here giving these people the want. So Callum Smith is a big dude. So he was on the brink. I'm pretty sure past like the sixth of like, bruh. But it's hard for Canelo to get him out of there. That's like, Adesanya is really good.
But he finishes people.
Correct. Is he going to finish people at heavyweight? I don't know. Now, he might go out there and win and be great.
Yeah, if you pinpoint in the right area at the right time, which I feel like Adesanya can do, especially in the MMA, I feel like he can finish a couple of these heavyweights.
Yeah, a couple of them. Some of them that, probably. Is he going to finish a Stipe? Is he going to finish a Francis Ngannou?
No.
I don't know. Them some big dudes, And
Stipe ain't that big, man. Stipe is on like 220.
Stipe, that's 185 to 220 is still a lot.
But Adesanya probably rocking around about 205.
So he go weigh in at 206. So, but do you see what I mean in the matter?
I see.
You see what I mean in the matter. So he's not actually out here knocking these guys out because these are some big dudes that he's fighting, which is okay because he's showcasing other skills. He's like, Canelo will figure you out and it will be a wrap, So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Is Canelo the GOAT? Meh.
No.
Now, I don't know who he would fight next. We
need to see that
do not want to see that
again.
No, I'm good. I've seen enough of Canelo versus Triple G. I don't need to see anymore. I was at the edge of my seat for all of them. I don't need to see anymore. I don't know who he would fight next. They talk like the Charlo brothers is close, I believe. One of the Charlo brothers, I think, is close. I think Canelo would have to drop weight to make, or they'd have to meet in the middle.
That'd be a good fight.
I'd have to check. But then you run back into the idea of like, okay, now he's the bigger dude,
So,
does a Charlo brother knock him out? Same argument. You know,
Maybe.
maybe,
I
maybe
mean,
not.
when you say bigger dude, especially when we're talking about anyone under the 200 pounds, we're talking about 5 to 10 pounds.
And 5 to 10 pounds makes a lot.
I know what you're saying, but this is not like a heavyweight side where Adesanya is weighing in at 206, and then Stipe may come in at 235, 240.
Correct. Correct. I'm with you on that.
We're talking about 5 to 6 pounds, and we don't even know what the Charlo brothers walk around with.
Yeah. Now, if you the closest I can get it, in like say a 10 pound range, is the number of, besides when Figueredo came on the scene, but the number of knockouts we see at 125 and the number we see at 135.
Mm.
It's a whole lot more explosive and dynamic, but it's only 10 pounds. So it's hard. It's hard to equate that. Some people just have knockout power.
Mm.
They do. Some people have knockout power up to a certain point. When I fought at 170, I felt like at 170, if I can touch you, I can put you down. Now, the matter is, them boys is fast at 170. It's hard to touch them. You know what I mean? At 185, it's like, okay, if I get a good shot in, maybe. If you go up to 205, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to fight a really good fight, and maybe end it in the late. If you go to heavyweight, all right, well, all I got to do is make it, 3 minutes really fast. But, but it's the same. Do I think I'm going to go out there and knock out heavyweights? No.
Nah.
Do I feel like I can? You should.
Yeah.
You should feel like you can. Don't be out there a little shaky. So, I don't know. But I know that this week in boxing, not the worst. Not that great, but not the worst.
Nah, it wasn't that great, but it wasn't worse though. Whenever you see a name like Canelo, you hope to see a great fight.
He's free now.
He is free.
He's free now, so he can do whatever he wants.
Now we can start seeing some fights that may not happen in the past and may happen now. So you never know.
So you can Crawford, I believe, is the same way. I don't know if he has one more fight or if he's buying out that contract. I don't actually remember. But
I hate contracts in boxing, and Aaron said it best in the comment section. He said boxing is dying, unfortunately, and it's dying mostly because we can't see the fights that we want to see due to the contracts that these individuals sign, and they sign with these different promotions, and promotions won't overlap with other promotions, which sucks. And then the other thing is about boxing that's really taking a big hit is that you have like 27,000 belts that people have in boxing. You got 4 different league or 4 different rankings or 4 different IBF, LBF, ICEF, IGF, DF, and BBC and BBIC. It's crazy how many belts that you can win. The damn heavyweight has 4 belts that you can win. It's crazy.
Now,
it should be just 1.
I will agree with that to a certain extent, but I do not think boxing is dying. And this is why. There is a problem in boxing. But why is there a problem in boxing? Because the underlying issue is this. There is so much money in boxing still to this day. There is way more money in boxing than there will. Hopefully, MMA will catch up. But there's so much money in boxing that everyone has to fight super hard for their piece and their share. Everyone has a lion's share, and no one wants anyone else to make so much money that they would take a piece of something and still be able to make a lot of money with it. Then they would be like, okay, well, you go fight the great, but this, that, and the other. It's a lot of money in boxing, and everybody wants their lion's share. And that's a problem that gets made, but the problem is too much money, not that it's dying. There's great fighters, and there's great fights, but it's too much money. The Earl Spence just said, the Crawford fight might be on the table, but I need my lion's share of the money. Because he knows if that fight goes down, we ain't talking like millions just barely over the little comma. We going to move that comma over 1. That's what he want that floor money. That's what he wants.
Yeah.